Hello, welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you have never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. All right, let's get down to egg salad. Say that egg salad is controversial, but everyone has like their own take on egg salad. So I'll tag, well, you already have it tagged here. This comment comes from the video that I made steaming these eggs. So we're gonna make them into egg salad, right? So let's put 4 in here. To start with, you could take a knife and you could cut these open and you could separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, and then you could mix all your mix-ins into the egg yolks by themselves and then recombine them with the cut up egg whites. That's one way. I'm gonna try the mash it with a potato masher method because I think that seems like a quick and easy way to do it, even though like eggs are a little bit slippery. I just think that seems so much quicker and so much easier. And often the thing that keeps you from making things is because you don't want to bother, right? Because it's a pain in the butt and you don't want to bother doing it. And so I think any little tips and tricks we can find here on TikTok that just help things be just a little bit easier to manage is good. And like the potato masher, which most people have, really does the trick. If you don't have a potato masher, you could probably use like salad slicer shears. If you have salad slicers, you could, like I said, separate this, cut it up with a knife, just cut them up with a knife. Lots of ways that you could do this, but basically what you want to do is you want to get everything kind of mashed up into salad making bits, right? So that looks pretty good. And this part most people will agree is mayonnaise. Now, you could do a plant-based mayonnaise here. I mean, obviously you're doing eggs. And the ratio, in my opinion, is really get started, get some in here, mix it up, and look at your consistency. Because it's going to depend on a lot of factors, right? Like how dry the eggs are, the environment that you're in. And at the bottom of the mayonnaise container, we're going to have to get out the Kewpie mayonnaise. I just didn't want to waste it. Okay. Mayo. Me personally, I like Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard is a sharper, spicier flavor. Okay, so if you would prefer just a regular mustard flavor, then use yellow mustard. There's some of the things that are going to set your, egg salad apart from someone else's. I love mustard, so I'm going to put a pretty hefty scoop of Dijon mustard in there. Like I said, this could be yellow mustard instead of Dijon mustard if you don't like it to be spicy. Then I do a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Keep in mind, mayonnaise has salt, so don't get crazy. And then we're just gonna mix to combine, and we're gonna see what our texture looks like. And wanna smash up the yolks, get kind of a paste going. I don't know how well you guys can see. So I'm kind of like, that's why I use a spatula a lot, because you can kind of smash it down. Right? To make sure we're mashing up all the yolk. And then we're going to get out a tasting spoon, because when you're cooking, the number one thing you should always be doing is tasting, because that's the only way you're ever going to get to know what you like, when you're at the right place. I mean, if you're in a professional kitchen, they are constantly tasting. So let's give it a taste. It's a little salty and it's a little bit mustardy. I love mustard. My husband doesn't love it as much. Put a little more mayo to get a little bit more of a creaminess. Now, could you add garlic here? Heck yeah. If you love garlic, add some garlic powder or some fresh garlic here. If you love spicy and you want it to have more of a spicy vibe, put a little hot sauce in here. If you like a deviled egg flavor, a lot of people put relish in deviled eggs. Put a little scoop of relish in here. Like, the possibilities are really endless with egg salad. Some people make it like loaded egg salad and they'll put bacon bits in here and chives. Totally fine. Your base is just, in my opinion, mayo, mustard, salt, and pepper. Some people don't even put the mustard. Some people just put mayo. To me, it needs a little mustard, but I love Dijon mustard. You could do paprika in here. My opinion, it's a little bit salty. So I'm gonna do something you may not have the option to do if you used all your eggs. I didn't use all my eggs. So I'm gonna add one more egg to the mix here. I'm just gonna smash it up on the side here and mix it in and see if I can get some of that saltiness down. Maybe I'll do 2. Because in my opinion, it's just a tad salty. I didn't feel like I put much salt in there, but I guess I did. So I'm gonna fix it by adding another egg. This is the thing too, you need to learn ways that you can pivot. Another way to counteract saltiness is sweetness. So a lot of people put a little teeny pinch of sugar, and I've had deviled eggs that way and they're delicious. So don't knock it, but that's another way. If this is still too salty after I add this egg, I'll add just a pinch of sugar and that will help balance, because that's what it's all about, balance. Another thing you could add here for balance would be a little acidity. So you could put a little bit of vinegar, just a touch of vinegar to kind of brighten the flavor and balance out this rich, creamy, sort of fatty umami-ness that is egg salad. And you know, if you like it less creamy, less mayo, more creamy, more mayo. I just love that it's so easy to adjust, right? So let's mix it in and let's taste it again and see what we're working with. To me, it's a little bit not creamy enough and a little too salty. That cut down a lot of the salt. Great rolls, like sub rolls from the grocery store. I'm just gonna put some egg salad on there. This is how I like to eat it. Pretty good pile there. Yum. By the way, to cut down the saltiness, I did put just a tiny pinch of sugar in there, just to balance. Look at that. Ready? So good. 10 out of 10 recommend.